If you're a freelancer, you know the feeling. That moment your stomach just ties itself in knots? Yeah, I'm talking about the conversation about getting paid up front. It feels like you're walking a tightrope, right? You're trying to balance all the excitement for a new project with the absolute fear of scaring a new client away. Well, guess what? Today, we're going to build you a safety net.
Does this hit a little too close to home? Come on, you know the scene. You have a fantastic call with a client, you've mapped out this incredible project, everything's clicking, and then that awkward silence, the moment you have to bring up the deposit. If you felt that, trust me, you are so not alone. It's probably one of the biggest anxieties in the entire freelance world.
You know, this line from our source material just perfectly captures that feeling, doesn't it? It's that sense of frustration, right? You're standing on the edge of this amazing opportunity, but you know you have to get through this one tricky conversation first. It's really all about wanting to be seen as a professional, not just some person asking for money.
So how do we get past this feeling? Well, it's not about memorizing some magic phrase. It is about changing the entire frame of the conversation. And it all starts with this first big idea. Stop thinking of yourself as a vendor and start acting like a partner.
Just think about the difference for a second. A vendor sells a product off a shelf. It's already made. But as a partner, you're selling something that doesn't even exist yet. You're selling something that can't be stockpiled. Your time, your expertise, your creative energy. So that upfront payment isn't for a finished product. It's to reserve that block of your professional life exclusively for their project. And that, my friends, is a huge difference.
When you start a project without an upfront payment, you're essentially doing something the source calls loaning work. And let's be totally clear, loaning your work is not a sustainable business model. It just isn't. I mean, you wouldn't expect a lawyer or a consultant to start working on a retainer based on a promise, right? So shouldn't you.
Okay, so we've got the mindset in place, but what do you actually say when a client pushes back? Don't worry, let's build your professional playbook for handling all the most common objections.
Oh yeah, this one, the classic. And look, it's often said with the best intentions, but good intentions don't pay the bills, do they? A promise is not a payment structure, and you, my friend, need a structure to run a business.
Now notice how this response isn't personal at all. You're not questioning their integrity or their promise. You are simply stating a fact about how your business operates. The key here is to shift the whole focus from their good intentions to your professional process. It's calm, it's firm, and it reframes the whole thing around structure, not just faith.
The old corporate policy line. This is their attempt to put you into a box they understand. And your job is to politely show them that, well, you don't fit in that box.
And this is where that partner not vendor mindset becomes your secret weapon. With this response, you're not arguing with their policy. You're simply re-educating them on your value. You're making it crystal clear that the deposit isn't to prepay for a thing, it's to reserve a non-refundable, totally finite resource, your dedicated time and expertise.
Now, this question might sound like a challenge, but it is actually a gift. Seriously, it's a genuine opportunity for you to explain the why behind your process and build even more trust. So don't get defensive, get educational. The beauty of this response is just how direct and transparent it is. You're giving them two really clear logical reasons. First, it locks up your calendar, which shows commitment and, hey, a little bit of scarcity. Second, it covers pre-production, which is all that foundational work that benefits them directly. See, this isn't just about you getting paid, it's about making sure their project gets the focused start it really deserves.
And here it is, the fear factor. This question isn't really about the initial payment, it's about their fear of risk. They're worried about investing money and then not getting the result they want. This is your chance to reassure them with your process.
The key here is to pivot away from their fear and toward your process. Your response shouldn't be some new promise. It should point right back to the safety nets you already have in your contract. By referencing the revision terms, you're not offering endless free work. Instead, you're reinforcing the idea of a fair, structured agreement that protects both of you.
This is another one of those fear-based questions, but this time it's about the fear of being locked into a long commitment that might not work out. They want an escape hatch, and lucky for them, a professional process provides one.
This response is so crazy effective because it hands control right back to the client. By introducing milestones, you create these natural checkpoints. This completely dissolves their fear of being trapped in a long project. It gives them peace of mind at every single stage, and it gives you the security of phased payments. It is a total win-win.
You know,
That last response is so important, it really deserves its own moment. The milestone system isn't just a payment schedule. It's a powerful tool for building trust, ensuring clarity, and basically de-risking the entire project for everyone involved.
Okay, let's break down how simple and logical this process is. First, you both agree on the scope of one milestone. Then, the client funds just that milestone. You deliver the work, they approve it, and only after that approval does the cycle begin again for the next phase. It's a clear, repeatable process that keeps everybody on the same page and fully in control.
All right, so we've walked through the mindset, we've tackled the objections, and we've got the solutions. Let's bring it all together for the final takeaway. What is the ultimate goal of mastering this conversation?
It's not just about getting paid. The real goal is to establish a true partnership, and partnerships are built on these 4 pillars. When you approach the payment conversation with clarity and fairness, you earn mutual respect. This isn't about being pushy, it's about being professionally prepared.
I want to end on this powerful idea because it really captures the entire philosophy. You're not asking for money. You are confidently explaining a professional process that protects their investment and guarantees your commitment. You're showing them that paying you up front isn't some hurdle. It's the first smart decision in a successful project together.
So, the next time you're on that call, ready to discuss a new project, the question isn't if you'll ask for an upfront payment, but how you'll frame that conversation as the start of a great partnership. So, what will you change?